So, good afternoon. Sorry about that. Just watched the Benevento game against Cottone, where they finished 1-1 each in Serie A, and it's heartbreaking for Benevento. Surely now going to get relegated, letting that last late goal in. So, like I said, welcome to Full Time Show, and here's the introduction. So, good afternoon. Welcome back to another show. This afternoon, I'm doing full-time phoning. And if you like the video, could you please smash the likes and subscribe if you are new as well. I do apologize for the delay. I've got two people who are already coming in. First of all, I've got Chip Az, and also I've got in Bristol City Superfan, and he's only 13 years young. He's a great lad. And I've got Anuruddha as well. Good afternoon, guys. Sorry about the delay.
Hello.
So, and good afternoon to Anuruddha.
Good afternoon.
And hope you're having a fantastic day. And yeah, I mean, just on player ratings stream as well. I tried to get a Sheffield United fan on the chat as well later on, but I got no draw at the moment in time. So, like I said, guys, please smash the like, subscribe if you're new. Do follow the socials on Chip Az and also on Anuruddha. Right, going to talk about Newcastle's slender defeat against Manchester City at St James's Park, and all three played okay in parts, but the defence, Chip is just letting us down yet again. I mean, talk to me about it, mate.
Yeah, we've conceded 62 goals all season. What does that tell you? It's the fourth worst in the league. It's shocking. It's not good enough. I don't care if it's Man City's B team or what, we still can't defend, and we can't play that against any team, never mind Man City. But we have been all season, so can't be surprised.
I hear you, mate. I absolutely hear you. 62 goals in this season. That's absolutely shocking. I mean, I've said for a couple of months now, or maybe a couple of weeks, that they need to overhaul that defence because they aren't good enough. I said I need to overhaul that club. I want the whole thing changed. I want to see new fresh blood in the team, not just defence, but in midfield as well. I mean, who would you keep? Who would you keep in defence? Because I'm struggling.
Our best defenders in Spain, Legion's our best defender, and yeah, he's not even in the team. He's not even in the country. He's not even. Bruce doesn't think anything of him. I mean, it's mad. It really is. I think they've shown the defence is better under a better manager, but under this manager, they're just headless chickens. They don't know what they're doing. There's no identity for them. There's nothing. It's just panic. It's panic stations every game, no matter who we play. Even on Wednesday night when we play Sheffield United, it'll be panic stations. It's just, we shouldn't be like that. Especially when there's five at the back. We shouldn't be conceding goals like what we are. But we are.
It's absolutely a madness, isn't it? Sort of thing, you know what I mean? We just concede goals. I think you can see the goals in nearly every single game this season. Do you know what I mean? But let me tell you something, right? That needs sorting out, and a lot of people don't realise that. Steve Bruce don't even realise that as well. We need to keep it tight at the back, and we just haven't done that. Do you know what I mean? I mean, 4 goals against Man City reserves, right? I mean, all these 4 goals could have been avoided. And okay, then that Torres' first goal was absolute class. I'm not going to knock that, but the others, I'm sorry, that ain't good enough. Not going to talk. Anuruddha, hope you're okay, and I hope you're having a fantastic weekend so far. Do you agree with Chip Az 62 goals conceded for a Premiership team like Newcastle? That is absolutely shocking.
Yeah, but the thing is, you've. I know it might sound the bit, but you stayed up by conceding 62 goals. It's like, I don't get it, but it's like you have, and 62 goals conceded is actually the same as Sheffield United, who also conceded 62 goals. But the thing is, your attacking quality is very good. It's very good because you've got Callum Wilson, ASM, Miggy, Willock, and these are players who are providing and pretty much keeping you up in the division at the moment. And even though you got Dubravka there, he's still conceding a lot of goals, which is not very good, which is certainly something you need to improve on. If you can keep the attacking threat there and then work on the defence, could be mid-table next season comfortably.
Yeah, I have to agree there. I mean, so we do that without Steve Bruce managing the team as well. I mean, I heard Steve Howie come out and say there's no better of a manager at the club in a minute than Steve Bruce. And when I read that, I thought, I cannot believe that. Absolutely a joy. And I thought better of Steve Howie. He's better than that. He doesn't need to come out and say that at all. But 62 goals, like, for me, that's relegation. And I mean, let's be real about it. You know what I mean? We need to sort that defence out in the summer. The midfield needs to be sorted. No, we need to keep Willock, yeah, and freshen that midfield. Do you know what I mean? But like I said, the three centre halves at the club for me, and I'm going to be real now, they aren't good enough. They're not going to. The one player I keep at the back is Feynman Shah and get Lejeune back. The rest of them, I'm going to be honest with you now. I don't want to be cruel on Federico. I don't want to be cruel on Kieran. I don't want to be cruel on Paul. I mean, I'll keep Paul Dummett, but they just, if you can't defend properly, then something needs to be done about it.
Yeah.
And what else could I add on that one? I mean, I like Federico Fernandez. I really do. He's normally, dependable. But in big games, he just found wanted for me.
Who's speaking to, John, me, or Annie, or?
Yeah. Anyone?
Yeah, go on, John.
I think the thing with Fernandez is he's a good defender, but I think he needs, because of his age, I think he needs a quicker one next to him. And I think Shaw's he's a type of defender who can bring the ball out. He's not I think he's more of an attacking-minded defender, not more of a defensive one. And I think similar with Lascelles, I think Lascelles needs a fast player next to him to make him look good, or a defensively thinking defender next to him, as opposed to somebody who can bring the ball out. I think all our defenders are pretty much the same. Like I said, I think they can defend, but they need a better defender next to them. Like, they need somebody with a bit of pace. Like, you remember when Colaccini played, he always had somebody with a bit of pace on because he had a footballing brain. So it made him a difference to a good centre-back, because he had a footballing brain. He wasn't the quickest, but he had that, like, he knew what he was doing, and he always had a good partner next to him. And I don't think we've got that. I think we've got too much three defenders who are exactly the same. And I think Lejeune is a bit quicker than the other three. So I think that's why he needs, if he comes back next season, he needs to play him. But I don't think he will. I think with his 1 year left on his contract, you'll get rid of him.
With Lejeune, though, he's a threat from set pieces, and we saw that at Goodison last season, where he scored that free kick. No, sorry, not that free kick, that corner. But the likes of Fernandez, the likes of Kieran Clark, the likes of Dummett, they're not exactly very quick. I know Dummett can do a job at left back. That's why I think Lejeune is very important. So yeah, if you do bring him back and Bruce decides to play him, he needs to give him a new contract. Otherwise, it's going to be a massive miss.
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, Lejeune should come back. I mean, I thought Steve Bruce got it so wrong, letting it go on the season long. But okay, I mean, he had two bad injuries, mind, and whether it be the same player, I just don't know. But listen, I think Lejeune's still quality at the back, and he deserves another chance. You know what I mean? But no, he just chooses the player so you can trust, and then the choice that he plays, you can trust. I can see him goes left, right, and centre, sort of thing. It ain't good enough. Do you know what I mean? But I don't know who's the best defender out of the back. For me, it'd be Fabian Schär, and you know what I mean. But even Fernandez is not even getting a new deal. But if he does get a new deal, then he could just score, can move away, sort of thing. But I mean, I want to talk about Jacob Murphy as well. I mean, for me, Jacob Murphy has improved a lot. I mean, does he deserve a new deal? Because I think he did.
Yeah, I think he does, but that's not his best position, is it? I think he's just put him there just to try and put him in the side. And I think if we need a defensive player, we need to put our right back in the summer so it can push Murphy on a bit. Because if you're going to keep him, you can't play him as a wing back because it's not his natural position. It's a bit like putting Dubravka up front. It's not their natural position. You just,
Exactly.
you just can't do it. Like, I would keep him, but that's you've got to play him in his natural position because it's only where you want to see the best of them.
You're right. Totally agree. Totally agree. I mean, I've got Jules here. Our defence has an average age of 30 to 32-year-old. I mean, Fabian Shah's 29, Lejeun's 29. You know what I mean? Dubbett is 30 now, and you got Fernandez 32, Kieran Clark's 32, and Lascelles is 27. But look at that. I mean, I heard today after this Turkish lad from Liverpool on loan from Schalke sort of thing.
Kabak.
And everyone's being like, oh, go and get him, go and get him, go and get him. Do you know what I mean? But he's been poor for Liverpool. And yet,
yeah, I was going to say, I haven't been impressed with him at all.
Yeah, and people's got to realise now, if they're not good enough for Newcastle, do not get them. For me, my personal view is, you're going to get a player, you have someone on a permanent deal, or just don't bother. Do you know what I mean? Look at Willock. He's been a success. I'll come on to him in a minute, yeah? But he's been a success. And everyone's saying, go and get him, go and get him. I'd love to have Joe Willock in midfield. If I'm permanent deal, I'll talk to him in a bit. I mean, talk to Anaruda sort of thing. Talking off Willock, Anaruda. Joe Willock, how good is he? How good is he? And do you think he's going to come to us in the summer?
Fantastic player. And he's just so skillful. And the fact that he goes well with ASM and he combines well with Wilson as well, who's a quality finisher. I think that really helps as well. And Willock, he's got that energy. He's got that young energy. He's got he cares about the club. He wants the club to succeed, which I think is really important.
Yeah, totally agree. I mean, he comes in sort of and he done his bit sort of thing, set that. But I done a transfer latest yesterday, and according to Fabrizio Romano, right, the Italian journal, I think he's an Arsenal fan as well, and he said on the Red Cannon or the Daily Cannon that before you talk about getting Willock, you have to offer £30 million. That's before you negotiate. £30 million. That's what Arteta wants as well. I don't know how many year contract he's got left, but I think he's got a year left of his contract after this one, and they're asking £30 million. I don't think they get that, Chip ass.
No, that's too much for somebody who's only played 11 games for us or something, isn't it? I mean, the one thing I will say about Willock is, yep, he's looked a good player, but look at the rest of our midfield, they're shocking. You know, you need good players with him. We've got a shocking midfield, and it's obvious he looks a standout because the rest of them aren't good enough.
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, that's another thing needs to be sorted out, is the midfield. I mean, you're going to play your midfield three, you have to have a destroyer, like a Chet Toyota type player, yeah? You need someone with Willock's energy, and you need a creator, that sort of thing as well. We ain't got that. I mean, we get Amir on. I love it. I ain't going to tap him out yet. I'm not going to tap him out yet. But it's the final ball, and the decision-making has been very, very poor. I mean, what do you make of that? Or do you think the Premier League is suited to him? Or do you think he needs to be away and play in a different league?
If you're talking about final ball, then also you've got to talk about ASM.
Yeah.
And Almiron is no different if you're looking at that. So I would still give him a little bit more time, maybe till January next year. And if he's still not finding that final quality ball, then I'm afraid he's going to have to go.
Yeah, it's a shame, really, because he's come to us and he has shown so promise. And under Rafa Benitez, he's absolutely amazing. He would have been played a 10 role, Chip as he would have played a number 10 role, but he plays out of position, and I get that. But at the end of the day, this formation is not simple at all whatsoever. For me, it has to be a 4-2-3-1 or even a 4-3-3. And for me, I feel sorry for him because, look, he doesn't complain. He gets on with it, and, what can you do? What can you do with Miggy? I mean, would you sell him in the summer, in your opinion, Chip as, or would you just, like Annie said, keep him till January next year?
Well, we all know he's capable of doing better than what he is, but it's, I don't know, is his confidence gone and can you get it back? Or if Bruce stays, will he change the formation to suit them if in the summer? Or it all depends on what's going to happen in the summer, whether Bruce is still going to be here, Ashley's still going to be here or not. If they're still going to be here, there's every chance that he might sell them because Bruce. Obviously, we know he doesn't do tactics, so he's just gonna keep it as it is. That's all he'll do, and you're wasting him as a centre midfielder.
This is the thing. I mean, you just said there, Steve Bruce doesn't do tactics at all. This is why I want him gone. I mean, I called him out from day number one. I mean, I didn't want him. I wanted him out before he even came in. And I said that so many times, you know what I mean? He's 60 now. I mean, he come out here. I'll come to Steve Bruce in a bit, but at the end of the day, look, I think he's totally ruined quite a few players as well at the club. I mean, Steve Bruce is the luckiest manager in the Premier League. I don't got anyone see it. He is the luckiest manager because the players have stepped up because of their own way and not doing it for Bruce. And Ruda, and I want to talk about your mate, and I have to say, Joe Linton, I gave him a 7 out of 10 in my player ratings, right? Because I thought he did okay. I mean, has he stepped up the right time, or would you give him another chance until next season?
Wait, did Joe Linton play yesterday? No, sorry. Against Man City.
Yeah, he scored.
Oh yeah, he scored the penalty. Sorry, of course. Okay, sorry. It was a great penalty, to be honest. It was a great penalty, but is it 5 goals now in 2 years? Is it 6? Is it how many is it?
5.
It's like 5. It's still not good enough. Nowhere near good enough, and that genuinely doesn't give me any hope. As much as he's improved over a few last weeks, possibly few months, still can't see him as a regular starter for Newcastle. I think Bruce might go after a striker in the summer if this poor form continues.
He has to. I mean, at the end of the day, we definitely need strikers anyway. I mean, Andy Carroll and Dwight Gale, I'll get rid. I'd let them go on a free and then get another striker in sort of thing because Carroll ain't going to get in the team. I just think he's past it for me now. I'm sorry, but Dwight Gale's definitely past it. I mean, take Dwight Gale to Andy Carroll to Bristol City sort of thing. I think they'd do fantastic for your club, Andy. I think they'd be brilliant for you. Absolutely brilliant. I think they get you up. I mean, they'll get you up. No.
To be honest, I'll have Dwight Gale, but Andy Carroll, no.
Not for you.
No.
Fair enough. At the end of the day, I mean, one of them would definitely keep you up 110%, if you know what I mean. But having said that, it's just you got to do sort of thing. But like I said, I mean, Chip has. I mean, who's been your man of the match for Newcastle against Man City? Who's your man of the match?
Difficult to give one because I wouldn't say anyone was outstanding. If I'm being honest, I mean, I don't really have a man of the match, to be honest. I don't think we played well as a team to give a man a match. I thought with defence let we're down, conceding them goals. You know, it's you can't really give a man a match when you lose like that. When some of your players may play acceptable and then your defence just concedes 4 simple goals. I just think as a team we didn't play as a team.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Like, I mean, it's just one of those things. Yeah, man.
It was like quite disjointed.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I mean, Joe Willock gave us all again on Friday. I think he's been good. I thought Jake Murphy's been fantastic. Closing down Ryan Sterling really well. I mean, Ryan Sterling didn't get a sniff against him, and that's surprising. Whether he was out of off there, what can I say? But I got Tuesday. Did you see the power Joe Linton's penalty? Why doesn't he apply the same in the shots? Talking about that, it's not just Joe Linton. Why don't Newcastle play like that every game, giving it a right go? Steve Bruce has to realise now we got good players there. That's a top 10.
I'm sure John loves Joe Linton's power, doesn't he?
Wow. Listen, I think Joe Linton's doing okay at home, but it's the away from home. I mean, I said many a time, I'm not going to cost Joe Linton to away from home because I don't expect him to do bits, but at home, I expect him to do bits, if you know what I mean. But like I said, sort of thing, I mean, that team there, I'll look at it, Andy, do you think Newcastle, looking at that squad, is a top 10 team. Do you think that team is good enough for top 10?
No, I don't think so. And why? Because you've only really got Callum Wilson there. And if you're looking overall as a squad,
Yeah,
no, not enough depth. Not enough depth for me to get into that top 6. Oh, sorry, that top 10. And
10.
and then just look up top. When Callum Wilson was out, I had to rely on ASM up top when his best work is on the left. It's that's not good enough. And the fact that you still got Gale, Carroll, and Joe Linton, it's just no, not for me.
Not top 10 team. Do you agree with that, Chibaz? Newcastle, with a decent manager, can a decent manager get that team in top 10?
Yeah, I think we might just be a bit short. I think we're about 11. I think 11th, 12th is probably where we are. I think we're a few players off being the top 10.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, for me, if you look at that team, we've got a decent defence, and then we get that midfield side sort of thing, then it could well be a top 10 team. But I agree, it's just going to come short under this manager sort of thing. Like, you look at it, we had 10th, 12th, 13th, and then we're currently, 16th in the minute sort of thing. You know what I mean? I'll not be celebrating if we, stayed up. I got Jules there. Did you see the power drill? I read that. I got Jules again. Chip House don't agree. And I've got the same person again. Bannon Bristol joke, of course. That's Bristol City's on the boot sort of thing. Listen, for me, those players, especially up front, are absolutely fine. But for me, that defence needs to do sort of thing, and I'm going to have to say that. But I want to talk about Steve Bruce as well. I don't know if I spoke to you guys. I don't think I have. He was on Talk Sport on Monday, right?
Oh.
And we won against Leicester, right, on Friday. And then he decides to come out and talk to Jim White and Simon Jordan, right? And he's done that to wind us fans up, right? We had a great win, and he comes out and saying things like that. He had to go at Craig Hope. He had to go at the fans again, and he's backpedaling on his comments, what he said about fans, yeah? I mean, what's your take on it, my guy?
I think it's an absolute disgrace what he said, and I think it's an absolute disgrace that radio station gave him a platform to do that. And I also think the three of them that agreed with him were an absolute disgrace as well. And I thought, you're all siding with him, and there's not one person representing the fans here, because we should have had representation from what we think, but it all seems to be that, whatever Bruce says is true. It's complete and utter bollocks. And yet again, it just shows how much of a loving they've got for him, and it makes us sick and cringy about that.
I know. We'll see if they get Brendan Rodgers on Talk Sport tomorrow, sort of on Monday. I'll be keeping my eye open.
They won't.
They won't do it. They won't do it. They won't.
No.
Because at the end of the day, Brendan Rodgers is so smart, sort of thing. They got to do it to Steve Bruce. They say, you know what? Let's get him on there. Let's tag an actual Newcastle fan, sort of thing. Even though he's celebrated beating Leicester, I've got to put the fans doing again. That's exactly what they've done. I think Steve Bruce, for me, I don't know if you listen to it, Andrew. Do you listen to Talk Sport at all?
I do sometimes, but I didn't listen to the interview, so I can't really comment on it. Sorry.
There's no sound. It's on YouTube anyway. Type in Jim by Simon Jordan, Steve. That will come up, and then I tell you what, absolutely get you mad as well. For me, Bruce should have kept his mouth shut, right? Because I'm telling you now, he's lucky. There's no fans in the stadium. They will be on Wednesday, and I hope whoever goes on a Wednesday, well done. I hope you enjoy the game and give Bruce hell, because I'm telling you now, right? Even my personal view, I don't think he's going to be there. Well, he will be here next season, but he's got to start off well. If he doesn't, he is under huge pressure. I've got Truls going for loads who can, and will be going to the match. Give Bruce stick. You have been waiting for a long time now. I tell you what, that's going to happen, Chibaz. Fans back.
Well, he deserves it. He's slagged us off all season and we haven't been there, so that, let's see how it's like when the boot's on the other foot.
You're right. The thing is, though, at the end of the day, he's not a Newcastle fan. I don't know what anyone say. He's a Manchester United fan. You know what I mean? Kendall called it right. He is a Red, and he knows it full well. He's never played for Newcastle. He claims that he's a fan, and if he is a fan, he should be thinking alongside of us at the end of the day, and that really winds us up. And like I say, he needs to get his mouth shut. And Jake, now then, lads, do you think if Bruce had made better subs, you could have need to win? I figure probably, I think Man City would still be too strong for us, yeah. But this is another thing, Andy Ruda, his substitutions as well. He's made the change after 80 minutes. Why have you not done this on 60 minutes?
That's that. I think it was because I think you were still winning at the time or drawing. Which where were
We're
you?
getting beat 4-3. Yeah, we're getting beat 4-3.
No. When you were winning the game, and when did Manchester City score? City scored 66th minute. So
Yeah, he
why
didn't make
would
so
he?
still.
Yeah, why would he make a change in the 60th minute when he's probably still winning or at least drawing, which to be honest doesn't really make sense. But why he didn't make a change like 65, 70 minutes? Not sure because I think that's just Steve Bruce, to be honest. I think that's Steve Bruce, that's Neil Warnock, that's Alan Pardew, that's all these managers who are just stubborn and just defend, and they're just pragmatic. These are the sort of managers who don't make changes, and it's like they don't want to change. They only have plan A, and if plan A doesn't work, they'll stick to plan A because they don't have a plan B, which is exactly what you've always been complaining about, which also kind of winds me up. But still, yeah, I don't really know why he didn't make a change, to be honest.
It's just crazy, man. I just don't get it at all because at the end of the day, I think Steve Bruce is trying to be too clever, sort of thing, like, and trying to be too arrogant, too stubborn. You're absolutely right. And for me, it's unacceptable, like, but he's tactically inept. He hasn't got a clue. Jules said, hoping Bruce gets a stick on Wednesday. He deserves it. I just look on a tweet there on NUFC 360, right? That Leeds United and Burnley have drawn a chase to sign Newcastle's Jacob Murphy. Newcastle are keen to offer the 26-year-old a new deal to fend off growing interest from the string of clubs. The guy is out of contract at the end of the season, right? And they know he's out of contract at the end of the season. They need to be quick. Do you think that Jacob Murphy will stay at Newcastle Chip as in the summer?
Well, I thought the deal was done. I just thought they were just waiting to announce it at the end of the season. I thought it was all signed like Gales. I thought everything was done. They're just waiting to announce it when the season's over.
Yeah.
As far as I know.
Let's hope so, because I like Jacob Murphy. I think he'll be a good squad player for me, but he definitely need big changes in the summer. And I just don't think he ultimately believed he could win. He would have played for a draw if you were up for it. Yeah, I totally agree, Jake, with Steve Bruce. I mean, I just don't get it at all whatsoever, sort of thing. Like, I mean, just looked on Paul's tweet as well earlier on that he I'm going to go to Anu on this one. Paul sent out a tweet according to, I think it's the Sunday Mirror or whatever it may be, that Mike Ashley returns Sean Dyche if Steve Bruce leaves in the summer. I mean, do you think Sean Dyche should be good for Newcastle or style football?
No. I feel like he could be he'll be very good because he's a top quality manager. The fact that he's kept Burnley in the Premier League for so long. I know they got thumped by Leeds today, but still, he's kept them in the Premier League for so long, and the fact that he's being linked with Newcastle, not like the Everton job or like the Liverpool job. I think that's a bit stupid, to be honest. But I can't see him coming to Newcastle. I can only see him staying at Burnley, or if when his time comes to end at Burnley, probably a team in mid-table.
I mean, Crystal Palace also wants them as well, by the way, if Roy Hodgson decides to move on. So just got one here from Jules going on 3 goals against City, takes away the pain of a loss. We still got beat. And Jake, so say what you want about Ayoze Perez, but he's won a trophy now. I want to come on to that quickly as well on Leicester's FA Cup win. Watched the last night. They won by a goal to nil. And that's the first time they won the FA Cup. Chip as the first time in their history. I sent a tweet out last night saying congratulations to Leicester. They got fantastic training facilities, fantastic owner, fantastic manager. I hope Mike Ashley and Lee Charnley learns from that. Do you think they're going to learn from that, what Leicester's done? Or they're going to be so arrogant, two-faced, and say, not bothered?
No, they're not going to be bothered, man. I mean, they haven't been. Mike Ashley hasn't been bothered in 14 years, has he? So he's not going to change his ways overnight, is he? I think he's stuck in his ways, and he'll not change him. He's just got to piss all off, and I think that's what he's trying to aim to do. So I just can't see it changing any time under him. So that's why we need him gone.
Yeah. Look at when he came and Alan apologies there, he was told by Ashley and all his cronies the cups are not above the cups on their priority sort of thing. They don't give a toss about the FA Cup, etc. For me, the FA Cup is a terrific competition, right? But it's been devalued by the Big Six, yeah. I'm 51, right? And I would love to see Newcastle United lift a trophy, right, in my lifetime. If you win a trophy, make us happy. Do you know what I mean? I want to see us have a go at the cups. Right? We're not going to win the Premier League. We're not going to get top four. As long as we got qualified for Europe, right? Just go for one of the cups and have a go. And it seems to me that they're not even bothered about that as well. Steve Bruce promises to put a strong team out, and then he still goes and play a weakened team.
Yes. He did the same. He told Rafa the same, didn't he? He said the cups aren't a concern, so don't bother with them. Just as ambitionless football club with him at the wheel of it, you know, and that's why we want him gone, because we need someone with ambition that's going to care about the club in charge.
You're right. I would agree. And Ruda, what do you think of the FA Cup? Do you think the FA Cup is important? Do you think it's a fantastic competition to be in?
Yeah, because we went on a run in the Carabao Cup in 17-18, and I felt really excited because we played Man United at home in the quarterfinals and we beat them. Even though United fielded a weakened team, we still won. And I was like, oh my God, we've beaten United. We're going to the semis. We're going to the Etihad. We're playing Manchester City now. It's like, it's so special for teams in the Championship, team in League One, who don't really have the opportunity to play the likes of Manchester City, Spurs, Arsenal, Liverpool every week. And it's really quite damning, the fact that they've come to our place, the fact that we've raised so much money, sold out Ashton Gates, like, feels special, and the fact that we've actually won that game actually was really, really incredible as well. So yeah, it's a really good competition, which I really, really love and have no bad feelings against, to be honest.
Yeah, fair enough. I really played, man. Yeah, I watched that game on TV as well. I thought you were absolutely fantastic against United and also against Man City. I mean, at the Etihad, you had all the chances. You, the first half, you were fantastic.
Yeah.
Against Man City, it would have been you in the first half. It's like Man City winning the games and stuff. You know what I mean? But you were magnificent. But when Aguero scored that last kick of the game, oh God, that was a kick in the gut for you, mate. You know what I mean?
We nearly went through as well at our place. Marlon Pack scored I think it was a 97th minute winner to take it to extra time.
Yeah.
But then in the 100th minute, De Bruyne scores, and we just went, oh dear God, no.
I think you round them up, didn't you?
Yeah.
I mean, even the Manchester City fans didn't go wild. They didn't celebrate wildly, didn't they?
Yeah.
They weren't wild sort of thing. They took a lot there as well at Ashton Gate. I mean, Man City fans away from absolutely magnificent there. Got Chip, I say, yeah, he's had to leave internet issues. I hope he comes back. And I got a question, Jake, got a question for you there. A question to Annie. Where does Pearson go from here? Is a full reset needed for Bristol City this summer? Do you think he needs to change it up? I mean, what's been the latest there?
And we've let go of 11 players this transfer window for free. We've released 11 players, including Nathan Baker, Famara Jeju, Lansbury, Mariappa. These are all important players this season. We've let them go. And we are linked with a lot of League One players, which I think could be good, but I also think we need a few Championship players in there. So I think it could be a very good transfer window. Could be a very exciting transfer window because there are going to be a lot of changes. But I think we just need to trust Pearson from now on. I think City fans need to just keep him at the club and keep faith in him, because otherwise we're going to just go around in cycles in terms of managers, which is not good and which is not healthy for the football club.
Yeah, let's hope, because that club holds like 27,000, right? And that football club needs to be in the Premier. It needs a Bristol club like yourselves in the Premier League. And if you can get in the Premier League, I think you probably do okay, because I think Steve Lansdown will invest big money in the Premier League, and he'll try and keep you up as always. And I'm sure he would do that for you as well. And yeah,
he already has, but I think we've had wrong managers and wrong recruitment team to spend that money. The likes of Matty Taylor, we spent 3 million on. The likes of Masengo, we spent 8 million on. Callas, 8 million. Palmer, 5 million. Jada Silva, 3-4 million. These are all players who are pretty decent in the championship, but we spent a lot of money on those. We've not gone up. We've not even finished in the top half this season, which is really, really disappointing.
That is embarrassing, man. That is so embarrassing. I mean, that lad who paid 8 million, is that from Monaco? Was he from Monaco?
Yeah. Hanno Masengo. We bought him from Monaco under 23s. He played in the Champions League last season. I think that just evaluated his price. But we were after him the previous summer. The prices were around 2 million. It was like, okay, maybe this could be a good signing, but spent 8 million on him in the end. And actually, was really, really he's been good this season actually under Pearson, but he's still really young. He still has a lot of time, but his first season, which was last year, was really disappointing, which is quite unfortunate. Fun fact about Hanno Masengo, his sister goes to my school, which is actually really, really, yeah, because that means I'm famous.
Yay! Famous, get his autograph, Annie, you know. Is he going to stay with you next season? Is he on a long-term contract? He's on a 5-year deal. He's on 5 years.
I think it's a 4-year deal, so he has two years left on his contract. So hopefully he stays, but yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
He needs a big season, because you have 12 months left on his contract, and guess what? You know, £8 million you pay for that lad, I hope he's talking of big things. I got JK. I think Sheffield United this season was a case of finding too many championship players, and if you look at championship side, hope the same can't be said about Bristol and League One players next season.
Yeah, hopefully, but we're also being linked with a few championship players, and we were actually linked with Wes Morgan last week. Can't see that happening, but still, and we're linked with some good championship players, the likes of James Collins from Luton, Harry Toffolo from Huddersfield. I would really like to see him. But you know, decent championship players who could do a real job for us. You know, we need to strengthen up at the back. We need to strengthen up up front. Not really midfield, because we've got a good young midfield there who really do care. But we need to strengthen up at the back in terms of fullbacks as well. And we need to find a partner alongside Callas, because Mariappa's gone now. So needs to strengthen up pretty much everywhere except for a few positions, because we're really, really light at the moment.
Yeah, I think, like I said, I mean, it will improve. Sort of, and that James Collins looks a good player done for Luton as well. How much do you think he'd be worth, though? That's the thing. I mean, Luton want a lot of money for this guy.
No, his contract's expiring at the end of the season, so we can get him on a free. We can get him on a free, but a lot of clubs are after him, including Cardiff, who are the favourites to sign him at the moment, because McCarthy, and he's obviously Irish, so he might lower him into Cardiff. So hopefully not, but hopefully we can get him.
Fingers crossed. Guys, could you please smash the likes button, and also subscribe if you are new, or subscribe to Anuruda's channel as well. And I've got Jake as well. 11 players out is a big turnaround, though. I bet there's a few Newcastle fans who would like to see the backers as well. So credit to that they want to really shake things up. I mean, we got players out at the end of the season, and we've got Christian Atsu, Anu Salve. And I'll tell you what as well, I'll get rid of a couple of people out as well, sort of thing. But the club is a complete shambles at this moment in time. But on to Bristol City. I mean, I'm sure they get a few people coming in.
Yeah, and I'm very, very confident that we will get a few quality players in, because of the Nigel Pearson factor, and the fact that he's an experienced manager with a lot of good players under his CV. I think he might use his contacts and use the players he's already worked with quite a lot. He's already signed one player, and that was in the middle of the season. That was Danny Simpson, who won the title with Leicester. So he's been decent for us. So let's hope that we can get him on a long-term deal. He's 34 though, and yeah, hopefully we can get some good players who, to be honest, care about this club, because the players that we released didn't really care, and that was like really, really disappointing, and that was really gutting for me, because if you don't care about the club you play for, then what's the point of being here? Like, just leave.
Yeah, disappear. If you don't want to be at the club, disappear.
Yeah.
That's why. Yes, is that a 2-year deal for Danny Simpson?
No, I think it's a 1-year deal, but hopefully we can get him on a bit of a contract, because otherwise we will really, really struggle, and we will really will be missing his defensive qualities.
Fair enough. I've got Truls here. We need a right back and 2 central midfielders. I think you need 3 central mids plus Willock as well, and a striker. Then we might not be in a relegation battle next year. I totally agree, Truls. I've been saying that for weeks and weeks. I'm hearing. Yeah, probably looking at the National League. I got Andy. You've been watching the champs all season. Do you reckon Norwich or Watford will be stronger in the Premier League the last time they were up?
I certainly reckon Norwich will be very strong, because I feel like they've got Buendia now, and they've got good quality players. They've got a better left back, and their striker's good still. Mm-hmm. They've got better players generally, so I think they will improve. Hopefully for Norwich fans' sake, they do improve, because it's been, let's just say, yo-yo. So it's been very yo-yo-y for Norwich, which is really disappointing for them. But hopefully they can improve next season. But I certainly think they will. Watford, on the other hand, I think they will. I think they'll have a relegation battle on their hands, to be honest, because they've not got as much of a playing style. They've not got as much stability as Norwich, who do trust their manager. And with Watford, you never know. They could just sack their manager like this, which is like so unpredictable. Watford, and will Cisco get the whole season next year? Not sure. If they're in the relegation zone at like Christmas, he might leave. So yeah, as they've certainly got the quality to stay up. But if teams strengthen around them, like the Brighton, like a Newcastle, like a Burnley strength around them, I think it's going to be really, really difficult for the 3 teams that come up to stay up.
Yeah, I think for me, Norwich will stay up this time under Farker, because they know what's required, sort of thing. Watford, like I said, I think Watford will be fine this season. I really do, because when they went relegated, it's a blip for them. I think they'll be absolutely fine. But whoever comes up, it could be Brentford, it could be Barnsley, it could be Swansea, it could be Bournemouth. Whoever comes up, they need a strength to make sure they don't go and do ever again, sort of thing, you know. But I'm worried about Newcastle at this moment in time, and I really am worried about them. Why? Because I've got a feeling they're going to get players in who have not heard of. Do you know what I mean? You're going to get players who hasn't been playing for like a year, 2 years, even 3 years, sort of thing. So, yeah, like the guy on the top right corner of my screen, Claude, he said it's time to go. I'm going to keep on that until he actually goes anyway. But yeah, I mean, we've got the Champions League coming up soon as well. Manchester City and Chelsea as well. Who do you think will win that? I mean, how do you think it'll go?
I think City will win that, to be honest. And yeah, I can't really see Chelsea. Not after this poor run of form. Winning this. Oh dear. West Brom 1, Liverpool 0. Oh no.
Wow. Bit late though, isn't it? Bit late for West Brom though.
Yeah, but interesting. Big Sam's got them playing. West Brom 1, Liverpool 0. Interesting.
All right.
Oh my god. Oh dear.
What's that?
Oh my god.
What was it?
How Robson Kanu scored.
Wow. I bet you won him as well. But do you know what it is? Right? It's just I think that's another thing. If Sam stays at West Brom, I think they got a good chance of staying up if he gets the insurances, you know.
Yeah. If Big Sam stays at West Brom, I think they're guaranteed promotion next season. If he stays later, if he stays for next time they're in the Premier League, I think they'll comfortably stay up, to be honest. I think he's done a pretty decent job since he's come in, because he didn't really have his players, and when he did get his players, really fired and really did do well, West Brom.
Yeah, totally agree. Let's hope that Sam get them up if he gets them up, sort of thing. And I realised why West Brom Liverpool streams were behind. Cheers for the spoilers, Addy.
Sorry, joke.
No, Sam, it's Sam. I mean, you said it, sort of thing. I didn't even know they were playing. I thought they were playing tomorrow night, sort of thing. You know what I mean? But I still expect Liverpool to come back sooner rather than later, that sort of thing, But yeah, I've got to do a watch along on Wednesday against Sheffield United at St James's Park. Can you see Steve Bruce making any changes at all? Any changes, like change formation, add a few players in?
No, I don't really see it, because I think that was a good performance in Manchester City, but maybe a few changes at the back, but I can't really see many changes. But hopefully for your sake, you get the result.
Fair enough. We'll just see what happens on that. We're going to wrap it up in a minute, sort of thing, like a couple of questions in. I mean, Bristol C, where do you expect, I know it depends who Nigel Pearson buys, where do you expect them to finish? Where do you want them to be next season? Playoffs, maybe? And improve? Or
No, can't really see playoffs, to be honest. And unless Pearson works some pretty remarkable magic, can't really see playoffs. And to be honest, I'd say mid-table. Take mid-table right now next season. But if we can get top half, even dares to say top 10, I'll be really happy.
Yeah, if I was a City fan, I'd say top 10 as well. Sort of, I'll be really happy in that and just build on that sort of thing. And then hopefully get Andy Carroll or Dwight Gale to your club, one of them. Maybe Dwight Gale, maybes, and then hopefully get you up. And I think you do fantastic, sort of thing. Like so, have you got any more programs to do this week? I know you're going on the fan forum on Tuesday with Paul, I believe.
Yeah, I'm going on with Paul. I've actually just finished my slides for my next season review in the Championship, so that will be out probably tomorrow, tomorrow actually. But I'll try do that. I've already done Bristol City. I've already done Norwich. So yeah, sure. I might do Jake's team, Leeds, as well. The 3 teams promoted from the Championship last season. I might do that as well. But yeah, Jake, if you want to see that, just let me know in the comments right now, and I'll definitely put it down.
Brilliant stuff. And talking off Jake and commented, I think if this to get some Pearson players in and shed some of those lazy gits who couldn't be bothered towards the end of the season, you'll do well. You have to agree with that, and I think you do well with that as well. For me, I'm going on a Horseman show on Monday night between 8 and 10 o'clock. On Tuesday, I'm going to do the press conference reaction, see what Steve Bruce have to say. But I'll still try to get a Sheffield United fan on me YouTube as well. I mean, it's definitely getting Man City. I tried to get a Manchester City fan on for the last couple of days. I just couldn't get them on at all.
Yeah, there is the lads from the Sheffield United Way on YouTube. They're really good lads. You could really get them on. I'll send you the Twitter links for them in DMs. But they're really good lads. A few others as well, but yeah, mainly Hal and Nick from Sheffield United Way.
Right, that'd be fantastic. If you do that sort of thing, that'd be amazing. And once I get them on, I'll let you know, so I'll come on there as well, sort of thing. That'd be absolutely superb. And if you do that, that'd be amazing, and it'd be a fantastic help as well. And also doing a watch along on Wednesday with Paul, and I'm doing it again with Fulham on Sunday. So we haven't got to go to Fulham now, haven't we? And worry about ourselves, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I've also got Jake as well. Man City don't have real fans, pal. What else can I say? But I get more Arsenal fans on me chatting now. And I got Chipmaster fan forums on Thursday, as it's a Sheffield United preview on Tuesday. Yeah, you're absolutely right, mate. He's right. Sheffield United preview on Tuesday. So yeah, the one thing I haven't done as much is the match preview against other teams. So I need to start doing that as well for next season. You know what I mean? Match preview should be good first. You know what I mean? Should boost my confidence up as well. So, like I said, sort of thing. So, how do you think they would do? Let you go. How do you think City will, Newcastle do against Sheffield United on Wednesday?
I think you'll win, to be honest. I think Sheffield United do need a bit of a clear out there. As much as it pains me to say, I think that team which got promoted in 18-19 just shift them away, because it's really not worked this season at all. Will Paul Heckingbottom get the job? Probably not, but yeah. No. As on as of the game, yeah, I think you'll beat them. To be honest, you'll comfortably beat them. They're not really good enough anymore to
Nah.
beat anybody.
Now, they've got to do parachute payments anyway, so they can improve on the squad like that. So they've got a bit of a head start on other teams as well. Not just them, they've got Fulham as well. And it was at West Brom as well. So that championship is going to be very tough to get out next season. It always is. And you do know what I mean? And I would hate to be the Champions League. I would hate to be in the championship. Hate it.
Yeah,
but
it's such a pain in the arse, these parachute payments. Like West Brom, Sheffield United, Fulham, Cardiff, teams have got parachute payments. It's such a pain. And then the likes of Swansea, Stoke, Borough, these teams who've got decent managers, and also Borough with Neil Warnock and got parachute payments still running. It's just so infuriating, especially for clubs like Bristol City, Coventry, teams who want to progress but don't have the money to do so and have to sell players, their best players every season to raise the funds. It's so goddamn annoying.
It is so frustrating, isn't it? Absolutely frustrating. I feel for you guys, you know what I mean? Because it's your equal footing as well. But unfortunately, it's not like that. Shame. I've got Parachute Cartel as another great YouTuber course.
Yeah, that's
right.
Benjamin is. I think Jake is referring to Benjamin Bloom, who is a great guy as well. Great subscriber, great guy, great channel on the Championship. So, John, if you do want to check it out, it's great.
I will do. Well, listen, and we've been off an early 55, but listen, obviously you enjoy coming on the show. I'm not going to ask you that question because you always do. And we're going to make sure you come on the Horseman Show tomorrow, sort of thing. Watch us for that tomorrow. And then on Tuesday, I'm going to do a press conference reaction, see what Bruce have to say, and a match preview as well. And Wednesday is watch along. And we definitely watch your channel on the Championship soon, man. And like I said, I was going to have a great evening, my guy. And listen. See you later. You take care, man. Before I let you go, guys, please smash the likes up, subscribe if you're new, and we're going to wrap this up and have a fantastic evening. And before you go, Aniruddha, could you tell the people where to find you in case anyone don't know?
You can find me on AH Robbins Talk on YouTube, and you can also find me on Twitter on Anirudh Harish at Anirudh Harish 5. And yeah, I just post Bristol content into my third season review for the Championship. So yeah, if you do want some Bristol content and some Championship content, that'd be great. And if you want to check it out, please make sure to give a subscribe. Really do appreciate it.
Fantastic. And you can also find us on Twitter, NUFC42, Facebook, John Sinclair, and Insta, John Sinclair 50. I don't go on this a lot, but if they do, I should check on it as well on the off chance. But Aniruddha, thanks so much indeed, and enjoy the evening, guys. We're both out of here. Smash the likes up, subscribe if you're new, and have a fantastic evening. Take care.